remember in like 2014 when YouTubers would like do their intros and it would be like, if you want to see how I do this makeup look, just keep on watching. And they would go like that. I used to do that. I used to do that in every single video I would make on my MacBook 2009. Hello. Hey. Hi, my name is Phoenix. If you didn't know that, then you subscribe and turn on notifications so it gets to know me better and you never miss a video. I haven't done that intro in literally forever. Throughout this entire video, you're going to hear my fan going and my chimes. Because those are chimes, but those ones don't really move. But I have some penguin chimes that never stop. Anyway, on TikTok a few weeks ago, I talked about how I have an MCR lore PowerPoint, and people were like, oh my god, I want to see that, I want to know about it. I realized that I should make a video about the lore, so today's video is going to be about the 3 Cheers of Sweet Revenge lore, and it's kind of perfect timing because a few days ago was the 17th birthday of 3 Cheers. Today's makeup look is going to be a Boom Boom Room inspired side A and side B, because why not? So, 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge is the second studio album by My Chemical Romance. Came out June 8th of 2004. The single I'm Not Okay, blowing up completely. It is one of their most well-known songs, if not the most well-known song. Also with singles like Helena and I'm guessing The Ghost of You, or maybe Cemetery Drive. There were 3 videos, The Ghost of You, Helena, and I'm Not Okay. And while 3 Cheers, the album, did not win any awards, they were nominated for a ton because of the videos and the singles. The storyline, the basic storyline, is that the man and his lover, which is the cover art done by Gerard, they're the Demolition Lovers, are from the last song off of MCR's first album, Bullets, from 2002, called Demolition Lovers. The cover art is entitled Demolition Lovers Part 2. It's made by Gerard, as I just said. They die, so the man and his wife, which is what they've been named, the Demolition Lovers, die in a gunfight. Okay, wait, I need to backtrack. So, there are like a few different storylines to this. There are a few different ways that people think this went about because it's not been fully solidified. It's just kind of like oh, well, this could have happened, and this could have happened, and this could have happened. So, if I sound like I'm switching stories, that's why. So, they die in a gunfight, or they're like separated in a gunfight, and the woman dies, and if the man dies, he goes to hell, and the devil tells him, basically, oh my god, I'm trying to like figure out a good way to say this, because what I read on Wikipedia was that they die in a gunfight and get separated. He goes to hell and the devil tells him she's still alive. Desperate to get back with her, he makes a deal with the devil. The devil says that if he goes back to the living and kills 1,000 evil men, he can be with his lover forever. I've seen other ones that say that she died and he kills himself and then makes a deal with the devil, but no matter what, he makes a deal with the devil. And after he kills 999 men throughout the entirety of the album, at the end he goes to kill the 1,000th man, only to learn that he is the 1,000th evil man and will never be with his lover again. Gerard describes the album as more about loss, if anything else. Let's start with Helena. So Helena is about, some people call it Helena. I say Helena. Helena is about the band's grandmother, not the band's grandmother, but Gerard and Mikey's grandmother, who was very heavily involved in the beginning of the band. On TikTok, Mothman Tasted Chaos, he's awesome. You guys should go check out his videos if you're not already following him, because he has really amazing in-depth videos about My Chem and The Used. And so, he says in his video covering Helena that it could be that the song could be about how Gerard feels guilty for not spending time with her before she died. Away from the storyline of the song and the album, the song won Favorite Video MTV Asia. It was nominated for MTV VMAs, the MTV2 Award, the Best Rock Video, Best New Artist in a Video, Best Choreo in a Video, Viewer's Choice, MTVU Best Video Woody, MMVA Best International Group Video, MVPPA, the Best Choreo, it won Best Colorist, and Best Styling. It's a lot of awards, but there are just more that accumulate. I think in total MCR was nominated for 83 awards over their entire course of being a band. However, in the storyline, the man was blaming himself for the wife's death. This is something that comes up multiple times throughout the entirety of the storyline, and like it continues to come up as like we would expect, because he's in the stages of grief. Mothman Taste of Chaos Owen also talks about how it's basically Gerard retelling the story of events as the man has already died or the woman has already died. The line when both our cars collide, depending on which storyline you follow, is discussing the car crash that killed the woman. The lines, "Can you hear me? Are you near me?" are the man wondering if he will ever see his love again and if he will ever get to be with her again, seeing as he hasn't descended into hell yet. Give 'em Hell Kid, quick little sidetrack. I love the bass line in this song. It is one of my favorite things, and in the alternative version that's only on Apple Music, I believe, it starts off with, so we have the bass line and then it goes, "Kid, kid, brothers and sisters, put your hands together, I feel a war coming on. The devil knows where you live and he's coming to find me." I love it. I love it. So this is basically where the story begins. This is kind of where we get a little kickoff. Directly from the lyrics we get, "They shot me full of ephedrine. This is how we like to do it in the murder scene. Can we sell up the score?" So the man has just met with the devil before this song starts and has been given his mission. So obviously there's no direct meeting with the devil in any of it. It's just kind of implied that he did meet with the devil and that this is his mission and this is what he has to do. The man takes drugs in order to keep him going and is obsessed with settling up the score, which is making people pay for his loss. There's this whole idea, obviously the title of the album is 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge, but it's not always an eye for an eye. It's always like an eye for 3/4 of your body. Revenge, in most cases, not even just in this storyline, but also in real life, are mainly about making it worse. It's not even, it's always getting back with what you think you deserve. Which is a line later in one of the songs, I can't remember which, but it's, "Did you get what you deserve? Is this what you always wanted? Is this what you always wanted for?" I think it is. The chorus is about him missing his lover, specifically saying that if she was still with him, this would be easier. So at some point in the storyline, it stops becoming about the fact that he's getting his love back, because he's saying in this chorus that if she was still with him, this would be easier. However, he wouldn't have to kill if she was still with him. So if she wouldn't have to kill, or if he wouldn't have to kill if she was still with him, why would it be easier if she was there? Like maybe for mental support, but I think at some point it stopped becoming about the wife like getting her back, getting his love back, and it started becoming about, and throughout the entirety of the album there are pieces about like cross-dressing. I don't know if that's the best term to use, so please let me know if it is or isn't. But this could be a way that he tried to lure men in to kill them, trying to appeal to their fragile masculinity. In Give 'Em Hell Kid, there's a specific line that says, "We never wanted it to be this way," which is an important line, and I also think it speaks for itself. There are a lot of lines throughout the album that I do think speak for themselves, because while Gerard was writing metaphorically, I also think that some things he wanted us to be able to decipher on our own, with like not so much help needed. That's kind of the end of Give 'Em Hell Kid, because the last thing in my notes is just about the bass line, because I love the bass line. It's a beautiful way to start off. So To the End is based on a story. I got part of this from Reddit too, so I'll also credit the Reddit user ELOHELAE. I don't know how to pronounce that. So it's based on a story by William Faulkner about how a woman is driven by grief over her own father and has a dark secret. So in this song, the man crashes a wedding. I know, spoiler alert. But he kills people at the wedding and excuses it by saying that they deserved it because they're rich, specifically in the line, "She's got a life of her own and it shows by the bends." Because he's at the wedding, like, he begins to wonder if his lover and him were ever together for long enough. Like, if they made it to this point where they wanted to marry each other, or they could see each other marrying, or where they could see them marrying each other, would she? Would she be with him to the end? Would she be with him until the grave? This is shown in the chorus. If you marry me, would you bury me? Would you carry me to the end? Since they died so soon after the wedding, the line "share vows at the wake" could be in reference to the fact that they proclaimed this love that may not have been real because they were both rich, and moments after they proclaimed their love for each other, they died. It was a celebration of love's right to a celebration of life. The lines "and walk away" and "say goodbye" and "say goodnight" come up at the end repeatedly, adding that the man probably regretted this one, as these lovers were kind of like him and his lover. It also, goodnight seems to repeat with death. In Helena we have "so long" and "good night," meaning "I'll see you again." And we also have later "if I fall," about just depression and wanting to die. I'm not okay, I promise. From every source that I looked at, because I also looked at the lyrics, I looked at Reddit, I looked at like a bunch of other sources, and all of them were kind of like, well, I don't really know how this fits into the storyline, but it's just the man saying that he's not okay, he's not alright. Like, yeah. No shit. But in all of MCR's storylines, there's at least one or two songs that don't really fit. Like in Black Parade, "Teenagers" doesn't really fit unless you stretch with the line, with the idea that the man just is looking back on his life and he doesn't like teenagers and how rowdy and insane they are. "I'm Not Okay" was nominated for Kerrang! Best Single, MTV Streaming Woody, the most downloaded. They won the MVPAA Best Alternative and the MVPAA Best Direction of a New Artist. Oh my god, also I broke my mirror. In "The Ghost of You," it's him missing his wife with basically haunted by her ghost, and he just wants her back. Which, I mean, who wouldn't? She was probably really pretty. I mean, look at her. Gorgeous. The line "if I died, we'd be together" kind of begins this idea that he's contemplating just giving up this entire mission and killing himself to be with her. He seems almost haunted by the memory of her ghost, and he's trying to accept that she's never coming home, with repeated lines, "At the end of the world, you are never coming home, could I, should I?" The line "at the top of my lungs, in my arms, she dies, she dies." I'm guessing from this that he was crying for her to stay alive. He's like, "You can't die yet, you can't die on me," and she's just like, what? This one, it was nominated for Best Video in 2006 by Metal Hammer Awards, and in MVPPA, it was nominated for Best Art Direction, Best Hair, Best Makeup, and won Best Styling. So the jet set life is gonna kill you. I've read some places that it is about Gerard's struggle with the alternative scene and how life isn't all that we think it is, and it's not all cupcakes and rainbows in this land of being famous. Also from Reddit, it talks about how the man is exhausted with killing and taking drugs, and he talks about the need to give up and how hard it is to live when you feel like you're dead. I think one of my favorite lines in this entire album, I have a ton, but I think one of my favorite pieces is when they talk about the Hotel Bella Muerte. And the Hotel Bella Muerte basically means the Hotel Beautiful Death, to the Hotel Bella Muerte. And she checks into death, basically. She checks in to die. And he blames himself because she was preoccupied. Again, back with the blaming, back with him realizing or thinking, believing that it is all his fault. So what I've gathered from the first verse is that the killing jar could be her ashes, or it could be some prescription medicine that she left open for him so that he could possibly take it and die. I don't think that's true. It's just me like going way too far in depth. But if it is like an idea that possibly could have come around, then he is in love with someone who wants him dead, and that's really toxic. But they seem like one of those couples from Criminal Minds where they're like both so obsessed with killing that it's like okay, but not. Like we as the audience know it's not okay, but they're just like, oh my god, I'm so in love with you. Pew 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 pew. Okay, and then we get to Thank You for the Venom. So in Thank You for the Venom, first of all, Ray Toro, absolutely amazing. Never fails to absolutely amaze me with his skills. So the man has lost all hope and belief in this mission, and all he knows is killing at this point. He knows nothing else besides the craft of murder. So the line, "You're running after something that you'll never kill. If this is what you want, then fire at will." He'll never get rid of his need to kill or his want to kill at this point. I think that it is just going to be engraved in him forever. And he'll never rid himself of wanting his lover back either. He'll just kind of continue going about life in a completely insane way, risking everything all the time. So a lot of the time people relate Revenge with being the Red and Black album, but in the album actually it does talk about the only two colors that are repeated are red and black. Love is the red of the rose on your coffin door. What's life like bleeding on the floor? He immediately connects red with love and then goes to blood. So these are the two most important things in his life currently, his lover and getting rid of these bad people. And black is always set under the scars that everyone gets throughout it. I don't remember the exact line, but that was kind of what the premise of that line was under. Hang 'em High is based off of, again, I'm getting this from Reddit. It is based off of a Clint Eastwood film. Basically, the premise of this song is that he talks about the dead-hearted killing of the man and how he just continues to kill and just will drive to his destination and just bam, boom, done, no regrets. He wonders if his lover, when she comes back from the dead, because at this point he doesn't know that she's not coming back, he wonders if when she comes back from the dead, if she'll be the same, and if she will accept him and still love him for the things that he has done and the harm that he has caused to all these people. There's conflict in the chorus with the lines, "She won't stop me, put it down." So this could be him conflicting over if she doesn't accept the fact that he has killed all these people, is he gonna stop for her? Is he going to continue? Or is he just gonna say, ugh, whatever, and kill her? But at the same time, it could also mean put the gun down, put the thought away, or even kill more people. The lines, "If I fall and don't look back, oh baby, don't stop, bury me, and fade to black." Again, going back to the ghost view of if I fall. If I fall is important. Basically saying, if I fall, like, don't catch me, just bury me, please. I don't want to do this anymore, just bury me, just bury me. And still carrying on with if I fall, it's talking about depression or maybe just death in general. Just a lot about loss. Again, one of the main themes of the album is loss. So it only makes sense that some of these lines are continued throughout the entirety of the album. And the whole part of fade to black, at that point, once he's dead, he just wants his story to not continue. He just wants it all to fade to black, like a movie. Hang 'em High. Not Hang 'em High, like a movie like Clint Eastwood. Now with It's Not a Fashion Statement, It's a Fucking Death Wish. So the line, do you remember back when we met, you told me this gets harder? Well, it did. Again, I think it speaks for itself, but diving deeper into it, this could be both with the devil saying, hey, this is gonna get harder as you continue on, or it's about the love and like how after she dies it's not gonna get easier. No matter what, it's not gonna get easier. It's not gonna get less difficult to get through. So throughout the entirety of this song, this is when he starts to be more angry and continues to justify his actions. This time not with the people being rich, but the fact that he is imagining these people, the ones that he's killing in this song, as the people who took his lover from him. This is shown to the line, I'm taking back the life you stole. The line, just you and I, your starless eyes remain. He just wants her. Throughout the album, every few songs, there's like him just proclaiming his love for her. So although at some points it seems as though he's lost this original direction that he was going in which he loves the woman so much and he just wants to be with her all the time, his love for her is still there. It's just more laced with this idea of killing. In this song, he also states that he's lost his fear of dying. He just wants to be with the woman. And this is at the end of the song, the I've lost my fear of falling. Again, they reference red again, this being pitchfork red, which could go back to relating to more blood. I imagine this line as he's becoming more chaotic since he's almost done with all 1,000 men, or in his case 999, because he says the line, you're running out of places to hide from me. That just sounds crazy and insane, and like he is completely out of it. I feel like I skipped a song. I skipped prison! Okay, we're gonna have to go back. Done with the jet set life is gonna kill you. Backtracking. You know what they do to guys like us in prison. Basically the entire premise is that he gets caught after to the end and is forced to and has gay sex in prison. First verse, kind of a recap of all of the events, how the lovers got separated in a gunfight, how the cops are never going to catch the man for killing these people, and obviously they do, but he's like, they're never gonna catch me. I'm the little man, I'm the gingerbread man. The line, like a bullet through a flock of doves, could be about purity and innocence, but it's ruined so quickly. Bullet. The chorus in the very first verse after is about getting caught and having sex in prison with his cellmate. Again, they're talking about doing like cross-dressing and drag. They make me do push-ups and drag, probably alluding to the men seeing him as a lesser, because again, 2004, homophobia was still very big on the scene. The chorus, we're just two men as God made us, can mean that the man was thinking more on the homophobic side of religion. Again, 2004, religion. And honestly, my favorite line is, living is just a dream for the dead, because it changes the thinking that we have on life, that once someone dies, they'll be able to see their loved ones again. I'm sorry that I skipped that one. Can't believe that I did. So, Cemetery Drive, literally all of the verses are about suicide. He's not killing anyone in this song. So the man is contemplating suicide, shown basically throughout the entirety of the song. It seems that he is at the woman's grave drinking with a gun in hand, and I'll go through all the ways that he talks about just death, because it's very prevalent in this story, in this song. He misses her so much, though. In the specific line, the collision of your kiss could be in reference to the storyline that she died in a car accident or like in the gunfight. So the lyrics. Starting off, way down, mark the grave where the searchlights find us drinking by the mausoleum door, and they found you on the bathroom floor. So that's about death. Back home, off the run, singing songs that make you slit your wrists isn't that much fun, staring down a loaded gun. Again, about about death. So the line, I won't stop dying, I won't stop lying, if you want I'll keep on crying, did you get what you deserve? Probably talking more about him killing people and them getting what they deserve in his mind, not always in the correct sense of things. So again, his judgment is very much clouded. I think the way down is another way of saying falling. Just because you're going down in an earlier round, I think it's in reference to falling. Hi, I look different. It's taken me forever to film this video, or to edit this video, but I realized I never explained that. Falling in a sense of depression, in a sense of losing yourself. That's what I meant. Now we get to I Never Told You What I Do for a Living. This song transcends me every time that I listen to it, because it is just that good. And the first time that I listened to it, whoa, the entire time I was just like, what? Oh my god. It's the ending a song on the album, obviously. It is a descent into hell, and this is when the devil finally reveals his plan of keeping him all along, because the man is the 1000th evil man. A lot of this song is my own interpretation, because music is supposed to be open to your own interpretation. Again, oh, I didn't even say this at the beginning of the video. If you don't agree with any of the ideas or points that I have in this, give me your own points. Like, please, like, comment your own ideas where you think, where your points differ from mine, and it's like, I'd love to know, because obviously music is open to interpretation. I'm not going to view it the same way that you view it, so I want to know how you see it. So I think that this song is a descent into insanity. Hear me out. I just think it's a descent into insanity, and the line, I keep a book of their names, is obviously a direct callback to he's killing all these people. And when it gets to the lyrics, and down we go, and he cries, I tried, and reflects on the things that he's told the men before he kills them, also his memories of his love, reminding himself, we'll love again, we'll laugh again. And I think that he said this to the men as he was going to kill them. Like, he's standing in front of them and just reminding himself, like, we'll love again, we'll laugh again, we'll cry again, and we'll dance again. The line, well, I tried, one more night. I think that's him crying to the devil, because I think at that point the devil has just come to him and is like, dude, it's time. You are the 1000th evil man, congratulations. And he's like, what? No, please. I'll find someone that will work. It'll be fine. And it was like, no. So I think when George starts screaming, it's him descending into hell. And I think he awakes in hell, surrounded by the 999 men that he killed. I think that would be one of the most perfect endings to anything ever. Just surrounded by all the men he's killed, and they're kind of like telling him, we'll love again, we'll laugh again, we'll cry again, we'll dance again. And the man is like, well, it's better off this way, And I think he falls into the devil and screams, I can't clean the blood off the sheets in my brain. And I think at the end of the song, after he falls into the devil, I think at the well, never again, they gave us 2 shots to the back of the head and we're all dead now. There were no wins. There were only losses throughout the entire thing. No wins, only losses. And I think at that point is when he sees that the lover is like standing at the gate between heaven and hell. And he's like, oh. And so he goes and he says to her, I'm so sorry, I love you, we'll love again, we'll laugh again, we'll cry again, we'll dance again. And she's like, we're all dead now. And kind of just like pushes him away because she sees what he's done. My entire cheek is covered in letters, and so it makes the other one feel super bare. I'll draw the palette logo. Okay, that literally took forever. And it doesn't even look that good. You know what? I'm okay with it though. If you have any other topics that you'd like me to talk about, please comment them, because I actually really enjoy this style of video, even though the makeup always takes me longer than the actual story. I just need to manage my time better. So this is the Palais Royale look. And if you have anything else that you would like me to cover, comment that below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!